Hi everyone, so I'm back to share a journal with you and also talk about the tariff that is going to be applied for, and I'm just talking about from the UK to the US on any physical goods that are getting shipped over. Now, I had heard about it a few weeks ago. I've watched a few videos of ladies talking, like other crafters talking about it, and then I've done a little bit of research by myself. So from the UK to the US, it's a 10% tariff, 10%. So that will be how it's going to work. Is you're not going to have to pay it when it arrives in the US, because Royal Mail have made an agreement with the US Customs that it gets done through Royal Mail this end, and obviously it's all barcoded and scanned and everything, so when it gets to the US it will already state that the tariff has been paid. So I'm going to wangle that somehow into the price so that it's not going to be, obviously things are going to be a little bit more pricier, but you won't get an $80 like customs charge, tax, whatever you call it, when it arrives in the US. Just wanted to clear that up now. Now, I'm going to link one lady who's explained it extremely well, and that's Angela Kerr, and she's from the UK, and she's shown her new kit, and she's also talking about it, and it's the easiest video that to understand that I've seen so far. Plus you can do your own research, like I done my own online research as well, and it's just finding the right research, the right the right information that's out there. But yeah, the US and the UK did do a deal, and it's 10%. I know it's different for every country. I know that Canada's 35% and Sweden's something else. And I did actually see that Sweden is actually putting they're actually going to stop sending all mail on a temporary basis to the US. I just think of these tariffs are just ridiculous, and I don't want to get into the political side of it all, because I could talk for hours about that. But anyway, you're not going to get $80, okay? So please bear that in mind, and I will mention this, and I will put information below as well regarding that, because obviously this would affect me, and it will affect any sellers from the UK or anywhere around the world that are sending items to the US. And I just hope that this all gets sorted out and all this nonsense gets like knocked on the head, because it is absolutely stupid. Anyway, right, let's get on with this journal. So I done a video the other day and I showed you how to make the simple single, it's a bit of a tongue twister, a simple single signature journal, and I've decorated it all off camera and everything, but I've done the journal online, because I literally have been like on and off with this when I could since, was it Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. So yeah, I've completely finished it. It will be in my coffee shop, so I'll have a link to that below. And yeah, just please don't worry about the thingy bobber, the tax. It's getting sorted out this end. All right. Anyway, this lovely paper here is from Sunflower and Doors, and I love that blue paper. It's like, I love blue anyway. This image here is from the TaylorMade journals. I can't remember the name of that kit, but if anyone wants to know, it's just like, it's images, it's like tags, and you get like 6 on a page, but you get like 10 pages or even more per kit. This little blue piece in the background there is from ARTYmaze. You can see I've stitched all around. We have got this fabric as a closure with 2 eyelets, and we've got some bead dangles, just some little bead dangles on there. You can see it's got quite chunky. The measurements for this, 8 1/4 by 4 1/2, 48 pages front and back, just in case I haven't mentioned that. And I'm just going to stand up and check that I'm in frame. There's a bit of shadowing. What's that all about? It's daylight. Anywho, right. So here we've got a little side tuck. I've just, I don't even know what paper that was, but this was from ARTYmaze. It's one of the freebie kits, maybe May or June or July, maybe, I can't remember. And then just a little piece, a couple of pieces here. This was from the masterboards that I made. That's another couple of videos. I done 2 parts to that. I done one where I made this. I haven't actually used that yet. I made the snippet roll, and then I made just like collage sheets, like masterboards, and made tags and journal cards out of them, which you'll see some of them throughout the journal. And again, some stitching. Like some of these I will trim down because it's a bit much, isn't it? Anyway, we've got a little tag there, and I just used the masterboard, and I just put a sticker and a little label. Stickers I got from Temu, and the label is from the old design shop. And this paper, I don't know who that's from. It's all chopped up now. This is from the old design shop, and we've got another sticker there. Got a tag there with them lovely images, and squared paper and a tab, and Edith Holden book page. That butterfly, you can find that as a freebie over on my coffee shop. You get like a whole page of butterflies, and I think they're all blue, but different ones in different sizes. Another tag there. And then this is from the old design shop, and I've done some stenciling, like some blue stenciling on there. There's a few pieces that I've done some stenciling on. And this was a masterboard tag with just a little circle and a butterfly, and it says stay simple, because it was simple. And the masterboard I did stamp as well, so that helped, because you know, you got a lot to go with. It's actually a really good idea to make masterboards, because you've got something there that you don't have to decorate, and maybe, well, you decorate it, but you've only got to add like 2 or 3 embellishments to it, because the rest is all done for you. Well, you've already done it, it's not done for you. Little tiny label with a blue flower on there. And then this is from one of my kits. It's just like squared background papers, are all different colours, so obviously I've used the blue, and we've popped a sticker on there, a page to journal, because why not? This was one of the masterboard journal cards that I made. I think I made that on camera, so I did. So you can tuck other things in there. And then here we've got a index card for sticker, and I've stitched it, and that goes in behind that envelope. We've got some vintage music paper, we've got a tab and a little bead dangle. We've got some more stickers. This paper is from Bohemian Crafting. We've got a tag here. Again, it says live your dream with passion, and that was from the masterboard, and I just stuck that and that on, and obviously that and that. Now this is a cute little idea. Pull that out, and you can journal on that, and then you can journal behind here, stick a photo, or you can do whatever you like with it really. And it just all folds down, so it's a little bit of a like an accordion fold, and there we go. Some lined paper. This is some ARTYmaze paper, another blue gridded page, and that's one of my kits. This sticker, a couple of tags, little butterfly and a cluster here. That's from ARTYmaze, and this is one of ARTYmaze, but I did trim it down. My fingers don't want to work. It's like the letter ephemera, but I just personally hate folding it all up. And a tag there. That's from, it's not an actual tag, but I made tags from pages. I think that's the French blue from Tailor-Made Journals. The little fabric ruffle there. Centre of the signature, which I need to tie in a bow. Just tie in a ball. So you can undo that if you want to, if you wanted to add bead dangles or whatever. Here we've got a little flip. This is actually from one of my, it's from my French ephemera kit, but what I did do is I ran it back through Photoshop and popped that flower on it. So, and there's another one somewhere, I will show you that as well, and then I'm going to put them up as freebies. So there'll be like 2 pages that you can use in your journals. Just like a cluster here with the just music paper, scrappy pieces, tickets from ARTYmaze, and then the butterfly there. And then obviously that kind of looks like that layout, and that goes up as well. I like kind of when that flows, when you've got something like that. I like the flow of it all. In here, little cluster with a butterfly, another masterboard tag. Just put that ticket on, a sticker, and then the little label, which is from the old design shop. And that's the other piece there that I done and popped the flower on. So I'll have them up like later on. It might actually be up before this video goes up. So that's that. Then we've got this flip up. This paper here is from ARTYmaze, and that's one of our freebie kits. I think that might have been last month or the month before. Recent one anyway. Little letter ephemera there, and another little tag there. And then in there we've got another index card with a sticker. It's been stitched around, and a bead dangle. And some more stenciling on this. I think that's from Handmade journals, I think. And then here we've got a pocket and a tag, and then I've just decorated it with all this, and it says follow your dreams. I've got another tag here, well, another pocket with two tags, ARTYmaze and Handmade journals from the French blue kit, some music paper, somewhere to journal, big page there for writing on, and that's my kit, and a sticker, another bead dangle here on this, there we go, on this little tab, and that beautiful paper again, another tag there. This was a blue stenciling, but it kind of looks greenish to me. Now it's come out. I think it's obviously because of the colour of the paper, and I just put that in behind there. And that is obviously an Edith Holden page. And then here we've got a pocket, and we've got a tag in the back, and a tag there. Those images are just so pretty. Little flip out if I take that off. And we've got a tag and little tag, big tag, little tag, like was in there. And then here we've got another masterboard journal card. It says miracles happen when you believe, and all I popped after cutting the masterboard up, obviously it was just the sentiment to put on the circle and the butterfly, and that's just a belly band. This was chapter 1 digital washi tape, follow your heart, and I made that tag when I was doing the masterboard as well. It's got a little vellum piece in there, that goes there, that flips out like so. We've got a tag in there, and then here we've just got, oh, that actually just a little flip out, so you can journal in there like so. Okay, that's the journal. I really enjoyed making that, and what I'll do is the 3 videos, like with making the signature, the masterboards, and the snippet roll, even though I didn't use that, I'll put that below and you can check them out. And yes, I'll put the information about the tariff below as well. And I hope, and if you think that information, I'll put Angela Kerr's video as well, so that you can listen to her as well, because she's explained it so well. That's kind of made me feel relieved when I heard her talk about it, because she's really simplified it without it being, like, you know, overcomplicated and you can't get your head around it. But yeah, I'll link that below as well. So, and this will be in my shop, and I don't think it actually applies until the 29th of August, but the tariff, but there should be leeway. If you ship before that date, they can't really charge you after it, because if not, that's just stupid. But anyway, I'm going to include it in this just in case, because I don't want it not to be paid this end. Anyway, it will sort itself out. I'm now overcomplicating it by keep talking about it. So anyway, any questions about this, just ask, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.